Hey everyone, welcome back to Talk Emmi, your daily English practice. I'm Emmy.
And I'm Jack. We're really happy you're here with us today. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our daily lessons.
So Jack, you look really tired today. What happened?
Oh, Emmy, I tried to bake a cake last night for my sister Lily's birthday.
Wow, that sounds nice. So how did it go?
Honestly, it went terribly. I can cook simple things like scrambled eggs. I can also boil pasta, but baking a 3-layer chocolate cake, I could not do it at all.
A 3-layer cake? That's very ambitious.
I know. I watched a video online and thought, this looks easy. I can do this. But after 20 minutes, everything went wrong.
What happened?
My hands were shaking. There was flour everywhere, even on the ceiling.
On the ceiling? How is that even possible?
I don't know. I still don't understand. I was mixing the batter and suddenly it just exploded. My arms were so tired from mixing and something started burning.
Oh no, that sounds like a disaster.
It really was. And the worst part, I couldn't even take the cake out of the pan. It was completely stuck.
So what did you do in the end?
I called Lily's mom. She came over to help me. She looked at my messy kitchen and my broken cake.
And then?
In just 30 minutes, she turned everything into a beautiful cake. I was standing there thinking, how can she do that so easily?
Some people are just very good at baking.
Exactly. And it made me think, I can cook simple food now. I could make toast when I was 10 years old, but I was not able to make this cake.
That's interesting.
Yes, and Lily's mom, she can bake anything. She could even make croissants when she was young. She was able to fix my big mess very quickly.
Jack, did you notice something?
What?
You just used can, could, and be able to perfectly.
Wait, really?
Yes, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. How to use can, could, and be able to in everyday English.
Wow, so my baking disaster actually helped introduce today's lesson.
Yes, sometimes mistakes are helpful.
So what's the difference between them?
Great question. All three talk about ability, but they are used in different ways.
Okay, explain it to me.
First, we have can. It's the most common and simple one. We use it to talk about things we can do now.
Like, I can swim, I can drive, and I can speak English.
Exactly. It's about present ability. For example, she can play the guitar. He can cook Italian food. We can learn English together.
That's easy to understand.
Also, the negative form is can't. For example, I can't sing. He can't drive. They can't come today.
And I definitely can't bake a cake.
Yes, we already know that.
Hey,
But wait, there's more. Can is not only for ability. We also use it for permission.
oh right, like, can I use your phone?
Exactly. Or, can I sit here? Can I borrow your pen? It means you are asking if something is allowed.
Got it. So can is for ability and permission.
Perfect. And next we'll talk about could and be able to. Wait a minute, Emmy. I remember something from school. My English teacher always told us that can is for ability and may is for permission. She used to say things like, you can leave, but you may not.
Oh yes, that's the classic teacher explanation.
So, was she wrong?
Not exactly. She was being very grammatically correct. In traditional grammar, may is more formal and technically better for permission.
So she was just being very strict?
Yes, you could say that. She was focusing on perfect grammar. But in real life, in everyday English, people don't really follow that rule strictly.
So people don't usually say may?
Not often in daily conversation. Most people use can when asking for permission because it sounds natural and relaxed.
So if I say, can I have a coffee, that's okay?
That's completely fine. Everyone says that. No one will think it's wrong.
What about, may I have a coffee?
That sounds very formal. It's correct, but it feels like you're in a very polite situation. maybe in a fancy restaurant or speaking to someone very important.
Like talking to a king or a queen?
Exactly.
Well, I don't talk to kings or queens very often.
Not yet, Jack. Maybe one day.
Maybe. Okay, so let me check if I understand. Can is used for present ability and also for everyday permission, right?
Perfect, you got it.
Great. Now, what about could?
Could is a bit more interesting. Think of it as the middle sibling. It has more than one job.
How many jobs are we talking about?
At least 4, but let's start with the first one. Could is the past form of can. It talks about ability in the past.
So, like, I could swim when I was 5.
Exactly. That means you had that ability when you were younger.
Okay, I see. So it's about something I was able to do before.
Yes, for example, she could speak French when she lived in Paris. When I was younger, I could run for hours without getting tired.
Wow, I miss those days. I could eat anything when I was a teenager.
Same here. Now, if I eat too much, I feel it immediately.
Exactly. Now even one slice of pizza feels dangerous.
That's life. But notice something important. When we say could, we're talking about a general ability in the past, not just one moment.
So it means something I was able to do again and again over time.
Yes, that's right. For example, I could play the piano when I was a child. That means you had that skill for a long period.
Oh, that reminds me. My friend Lily told me she could play the piano really well when she was younger.
Does she still play now?
Sometimes, but she says it's not the same. Her fingers don't move as easily as before.
That's a little sad.
Yeah, she even said she could play difficult music when she was 14, but now she struggles with simple songs.
I think many people feel that way. We all have things we could do in the past, but can't do now.
That's true. What about you, Emmy? What could you do before that you can't do now?
I could do a perfect cartwheel when I was 12.
Really? Can you still do it?
No way. If I try now, I'll probably hurt myself.
Please don't try. I don't want to call an ambulance.
Don't worry, I won't.
Okay, so that's the first job of could. What's next?
The second job is very useful. We use could for polite requests.
Oh, like, could you pass the salt?
Exactly. Or, could you help me with this? Could you close the window? Could I borrow your charger?
So it's similar to can, but more polite.
Yes, if you say, can you help me, it's okay, but could you help me sounds softer and more respectful.
I like that. It feels friendlier.
Think of it like this. Can is knocking on a door. Could is knocking gently.
That's a great example.
Both are correct, but could shows more politeness.
That makes sense. My friend Jake always says, "Can you help me move this weekend?" And it sounds like he's giving me a task.
Yes.
But if he said, "Could you help me move this weekend?" it would feel like he's really asking, not ordering.
Exactly. That small change makes a big difference in tone.
Exactly. When you use could, you give the other person space. It feels softer and more polite. There's less pressure.
That makes so much sense. I really need to teach this to my friend Jake.
What did he do this time?
He sent me a message yesterday. Can you help me move on Saturday? No please, no could, nothing. It sounded more like an order than a request.
That sounds very typical of him.
It really does. If he said, could you help me? I would feel much better about it.
Exactly. That small change makes your request sound kinder.
All right, so what's the third use of could?
The third use is possibility. We use could to say that something is possible, but we are not sure.
Oh, like it could rain tomorrow.
Perfect example. That means maybe it will rain, maybe it won't. You're not certain.
So it's like guessing?
Yes, exactly. For example, she could be at home right now. That means you think it's possible, but you don't know for sure.
Got it. What about he could be the best player on the team?
That works too. It's a possibility, not a fact.
Interesting. So could is useful when we're not 100% sure.
Yes, and there's another similar idea. imaginary or hypothetical situations.
What does that mean?
It means things that are not real, but you are imagining them. For example, I could travel the world if I had more money.
Oh, I like that. Let me try. I could sleep for a whole week if someone let me.
You really are tired.
After my baking disaster, I definitely am.
I believe you.
Okay, what's the fourth use of could?
The fourth use is suggestions.
Suggestions, like giving ideas?
Exactly. For example, we could go to the beach this weekend. You could try calling them again. She could ask her teacher for help.
Oh, so we could is like saying, how about we?
Yes, it's a gentle way to suggest something. You're not forcing anyone. You're just offering an idea.
I think I use this a lot without noticing. Like, we could watch a movie tonight, or we could try a new restaurant.
That's perfect usage. It sounds natural and friendly.
Okay, so let me summarize. Could can mean past ability, polite requests, possibility, suggestions. That's a lot for one small word.
It really is a very busy word.
All right, now let's talk about the third one, be able to. This one feels a bit more formal to me.
You're right. It does sound a little more formal, but it's very important.
Why is it special?
Because be able to can be used in situations where can and could cannot be used.
What do you mean?
Well, can and could are modal verbs. They have limitations. For example, you cannot say, I can swim. I could finish my work. Those sound wrong.
Yeah, they sound very strange.
Exactly. But with be able to, you can say, I will be able to swim. I have been able to finish my work. I want to be able to speak English fluently.
Oh, now I understand. It works in more situations.
Yes, think of it like a substitute player in a game. When can and could cannot play, be able to comes in.
That's a great way to explain it.
Now, there are 3 important situations where be able to is very useful.
Okay, what's the first one?
The first is the future.
Because we can't say, I can, right?
Exactly. So we say, I will be able to come to your party. She will be able to finish her work tomorrow.
Got it. But sometimes I hear people say, I can come tomorrow.
That's correct, too. For near future plans, can is okay. But for more formal or distant future, be able to sounds better.
Like in a sentence, after this course, I will be able to speak English better.
Perfect example.
All right, what's the second situation?
The second is the present perfect.
Can you give an example?
Sure. I haven't been able to sleep well lately. She has been able to save a lot of money this year.
Ah, I see. We can't use can or could there.
Exactly. That's why be able to is so useful. Right, because I definitely can't say I could sleep. That sounds terrible. Exactly. That's why we use been able to in that case. Okay, got it. So what's the third use of be able to? This is the most important one. Past specific achievements. What do you mean by that? That sounds a bit complicated. Don't worry, I'll explain it simply. There's a big difference between could and was able to. Okay, I'm listening carefully. We use could for general ability in the past, things you were able to do many times. Like, I could run fast when I was young. Perfect. That means you had that ability for a long time. All right, so what about was able to? We use was able to for one specific moment when you successfully did something difficult. Can you give me an example? Sure. When I was young, I could run fast. General ability. But the building was on fire and she was able to escape through the window, one specific situation. Oh, I think I understand. It's about one important moment. Exactly. It shows that the person actually succeeded in that situation. So I shouldn't say she could escape in that situation? Right, that would sound strange. She could escape sounds like a general ability, not a real event. So, she was able to escape means she really did it. Yes, you can also say she managed to escape. It has the same meaning. I like that. So, could is like a skill, and was able to is using that skill successfully one time. That's a perfect way to think about it. Can you give me another example? Of course. He could play the piano, general skill. After months of practice, he was able to play the whole song perfectly. Nice, that makes it very clear. Great, now let's connect this to your cake story. My disaster story again. Yes, you said I couldn't bake the cake. Is that correct? Yes, it is, but here's something interesting. Negative sentences are different. What do you mean? In negative sentences, you can use both. I couldn't do it, I wasn't able to do it. Both are correct, even for specific situations. Oh, that's easier. Yes, the rule mainly matters for positive sentences, not negative ones. So let me try to summarize. I could swim means general ability. I was able to swim across the lake means one specific success. Perfect. And for negative, I couldn't swim across the lake. I wasn't able to swim across the lake. Both are okay. Exactly right. That actually makes things less stressful. Yes, don't worry too much. Even native speakers sometimes mix these up. Really? Yes, and people will still understand you. That's a relief. I was starting to feel nervous about all these rules. Don't worry, start small. The more you hear and use these words, the more natural they will feel. That makes sense. Practice is the key. Exactly. Can we do some practice now? I want to make sure I really understand. Of course, let's do it step by step. I'm ready. All right, first situation. You want to ask your boss politely if you can leave work early. I would say, could I leave a bit early today? I have a doctor's appointment. Perfect, that's very polite. Nice. Okay, next situation. You are talking about your childhood. I could climb trees really well when I was 8. I felt like a little monkey. That's great and correct. I remember the feeling too, holding the tree, feeling the rough bark. That's a great description. And yes, could is perfect for general past ability. Awesome. What's next? Next situation, you finished a very difficult project yesterday. Since it's one specific success, I should say I was able to finish the project yesterday. Exactly, that's the correct answer. I think I'm finally getting it. You are. You're doing really well. All right, Jack. Let's continue the practice. You said, after working until midnight, I was able to finish the design before the deadline. Excellent, that's perfect. You used was able to correctly for a specific achievement, one important moment where you succeeded. Nice, I'm starting to feel more confident now. You should. Okay, next situation. You're talking about your plans for next month. I would say, I'll be able to take a week off in April. Lily and I are planning a trip. Perfect again. You used will be able to for the future. Because I can't say I can take a week off, right? Exactly. That's why be able to is so useful. All right, give me another one. Okay, last situation. You're not sure if it will snow tonight. It could snow tonight. The temperature is dropping, and I can feel the cold air coming through the window. That's beautiful and correct. You used could for possibility. I feel like something just clicked in my brain. It's finally making sense. That's great to hear. Let's do a quick vocabulary review to make everything even clearer. Vocabulary review. First word, ability. Ability means the power or skill to do something. Ability. Ability. Example, she has the ability to learn languages quickly. Second, permission. Permission means someone allows you to do something. Permission. Permission. Example, the teacher gave us permission to leave early. Third, polite request. A polite request is when you ask for something in a kind and respectful way. polite request. Polite request. Example, could you please open the window? Fourth, possibility. Something that might happen or might be true. Possibility. Possibility. Example, there's a possibility it could rain, so take an umbrella. Fifth, general ability. A skill you had over a period of time. General ability. General ability. Example, I could run fast when I was younger. Sixth, specific achievement. Something you successfully did at one particular moment. Specific achievement. Specific achievement. Example, I was able to pass the exam after studying all night. Seventh, manage to. This means you succeed in doing something difficult. Manage to. Manage to. Example, she managed to find a parking space in a very busy area. Eighth, hypothetical. Something imagined, not real. Hypothetical. Hypothetical. Example, I could travel the world if I won the lottery. Great job! These 8 words will really help you understand can, could, and be able to better. This lesson was really helpful. I feel like everything finally makes sense now, like puzzle pieces coming together. That's exactly how learning should feel. I can almost hear a click in my brain. That's a good sign. Quick summary. Let's review one more time. Can, present ability and everyday permission. Could, past ability, polite requests, possibility, suggestions. Be able to, future, present perfect, and specific achievements. 3 words, 3 different roles, but all connected. Exactly, like 3 siblings in one family. I love that idea. All right, that's the end of today's lesson. Before we go, we have a question for you. Tell us, what is something you couldn't do before, but now you can? For example, maybe you couldn't cook before, but now you can. Or maybe you couldn't speak English, but now you're able to have conversations. Try to use can, could, or be able to in your answer. We really love reading your comments. Every time you share your thoughts or your learning stories, it makes us so happy.
Yes, seriously. We read as many comments as we can, and it's amazing to see your progress.
Some of you tell us that you couldn't speak English before, but now you can have conversations. That's incredible.
And some of you say you're not able to understand everything yet, but you're improving every day. That's what matters.
Exactly. Learning a language takes time, but you're doing it step by step.
So if you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who is also learning English.
Yes, learning is always more fun when you do it with someone else.
And make sure to click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily lessons.
We post new episodes every single day to help you practice and improve.
Short, simple, and useful conversations, just like this one.
We'll be back tomorrow with another easy and helpful English conversation.
Until then, keep learning,
Keep practicing.
and keep growing.
Remember, you can do this.
You could always do this. You just needed practice and confidence.
And step by step, you will be able to speak English fluently.
We truly believe in you.
And more importantly, you should believe in yourself.
Exactly. Don't give up, even if it feels difficult sometimes.
Because every small step you take brings you closer to your goal.
All right. That was a really great lesson today.
Yes, it was. You did an amazing job explaining everything.
I try my best.
And you're getting better every day.
Thanks, Emmy. That means a lot.
All right, everyone, it's time to say goodbye.
Take care, keep practicing, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.